Well, throughout the Ashes, there's going to be some key stages, and the key men are very important for both sides. Let me go England first, because I think England are favourites to win the Ashes. And I'll start at the top, Alastair Cook. He has got a tremendous average out in Australia. I think he's got 11 first-class matches, including the last tour. I think he averages over 100. He's just scored 100 in Tasmania and made it look very easy. So for him, he's a key man, because he's the captain of the side, but he's also the opening batsman. Let's have a look also in that middle order. Jonathan, Trott, Peterson, Bell. Very important that them three get in form as quickly as possible. We know with Bell that he's been superb throughout back-to-back Ashes series. Peterson is needed some runs. Hopefully his knee stands up, and we know with Trott. So them three, one of them three need to be the key men. And in the bowling, don't look any further than James Anderson. He leads the attack. His strength in bowling the overs that he bowls, those to me are the key men for England. Australia, I think they have one key man, and I don't mean this in any way, they're batting. If one of their batsmen hits for Michael Clarke, Shane Watson, that might put England under a bit of pressure. I think they've got the bowling lineup with Ryan Harris, no box office X-factor bowlers, but Clarke, Watson, them to me, watch out. If they score runs, it might unsettle England. Whenever you travel to Australia, the wickets are very, very good, true bounce. There's a little bit of swing early on with a Kookaburra ball and a little bit of seam just for about the first hour. So once you get past that, you have to set at least 450. I think if you get to 450 in that first innings, you'll see the opposition under pressure. And that's when someone like a Graham Swann, more than a Nathan Lyon, will come into it, because Swann spins the ball. They'll be rough, especially if Mitchell Johnson plays with the left arm. He'll create rough for the Australian right-handers. So I think definitely runs on the board, very important. And I think you'll see England will definitely dominate first innings runs throughout the series. I think throughout the Ashes series there's going to be, like I say, key sessions, key stages. Australia's key is if they can get big runs and also attack with that new ball, so they get 2 or 3 down early on, that's when England may feel the pressure. So with Australia, their key will be first up. Can Warne get through the new ball and dominate? We know with Rogers that he's a very, very correct opening batsman. So that for Australia is their key. Can they put together a first innings score? If they do that, I think that's the key. With England, I just think if England turn up at any stage, they beat Australia. They've got better batsmen, they've got better bowlers, and they've got a better spinner. So there will be key stages, but if England don't turn up, Australia, those key stages, first 2 batsmen and then their bowlers. I think it was right that Mitchell Johnson had to return, because he's worked on his action, he's worked on his run-up, he's gone away from the game, and he's actually come back through the 2020 route and then into the longer form of the 50 over. And I think you'll see that with a lot of international cricketers now, or domestic cricketers who are trying to forge their way into international cricket. With Johnson, what he had to do is he had to be able to get his action so he could repeat it. Bowling is all about a golf swing. You've just got to be able to repeat it constantly as many times as possible, which gives you the best opportunity to, hit them lines and lengths that keeps the control. And that's something that Michael Clarke will be very keen. They know with Ryan Harris they have a fine opening bowler if he can stay fit. They know with Siddle, he's not the X-factor, he's not the James Anderson, but what he is, he's a wholehearted cricketer with a little bit of skill and can take wickets. But with Johnson, if he gets it right and he can get that swing that we know he can get, and he gets his arm, when I talk about his arm, his delivery arm as high as possible, I think then Australia could be a force that may actually put England under pressure. But it all can change. It only takes one batsman to attack Johnson. Can he take the pressure? Can he take the home support? Can he take the balmy army giving him stick, which he's had before? But I think it's a right decision, and good luck to him. I don't want him to succeed, but good luck if he can get the ball in the right place. Well, I think if you look at Alastair Cook's record, one as a batsman and two as a captain, you can't fault it. Whatever Shane Warne says about him being negative, that's his prerogative. You know, Shane Warne was a great cricketer. If he thinks that he's not as proactive as perhaps he should be, then that's his opinion. I just think that when you've got a team like he has, he doesn't have to be proactive because he's got people who can change the game without him trying to manufacture it. So you've got the Andersons, you've got the Swans, you've got the Petersons. You've got, you know, the Ian Bells. You've got people there who can win matches on their own, as well as him as a batsman. Yes, he didn't have a great home series. So in a way, it won't affect him. But as a cricket player, when you get, obviously, negative words from former players or from in the press, whoever says it doesn't affect him is telling lies. It will affect him. He'll want to prove Shane Warne wrong. Yes, this is a war of words. And this is the only way that Australia believe that maybe they can get, into England's head, because match up. They don't match up to Australian side. England are far more superior. But put in Darren Lehmann's comments, put in Shane Warne's comments, put in anything other factor you want to try and get in there. The catering now, apparently England catering is coming to a little bit of ridicule in the Australian media. The England team will be very focused on one thing, is to beat Australia in their backyard for the second time. I think they'll do it, and I think the comments will only just inspire Cook and also galvanise the team even more.